So this is my generator to my 51B. I just got it rebuilt at Sharps. This is actually technically not the correct generator, but it works. I can't even make out the tag on it, barely. You can't. It's a 1101 371 is what I can make out. It's actually I've looked online. It said it was originally a 6-volt generator, but they got into it and found out it was a 12-volt. So either it is a 12-volt generator or somebody's converted it. But nonetheless, it's done. It's heavy. And I got the regulator for it out in the truck. Just going to use a 3-post regulator. I got a couple other smaller parts. I got some hose clamps and radiator hoses, so I can finally replace the old rotten ones and get antifreeze put in the B. But this is the new generator. They told me, I remember if you guys remember on my last video, or my last generator video I had, it's been a couple years since I've done it. That was a 6-volt generator. That was a Delco Remy 1101390. That was a 6-volt. You could run it positive or negative ground. And I always normally just ran it negative ground to keep it from causing galvanic corrosion, which is what happens whenever you run on positive ground. Which, if you go back to learning about your cathodes and your anodes and how electricity works and flows through and how it takes or distributes ions and electrons and all that, then you'd understand how it works. But they told me, and I don't understand why, that this one was going to have to be ran positive ground. They said if I tried putting it negative ground, it would work for a while, but that I would have to repolarize it each time I used it, because it wants to run positive ground instead of negative ground. Well, it kind of sucks. I would prefer negative ground. So if anyone's got an answer to that as to why I have to run it positive ground, let me know. But they did a good job like they always do. It's freaking heavy, that's for sure. I'm kind of sad that they couldn't get my tag readable. I asked them if they could replace the tag on it, and they said no, that they didn't have any more, because I guess the guy making the tags or whatever got in trouble for using Delco Remy's name. But yet Steiner and a whole bunch of other companies you can still buy the tags for. I don't understand. So I may end up replacing that at some point. Obviously back here, that's your oil cup. You put oil in it. I don't know why. I don't know if they noticed it or not, but that one's supposed to have a little lid on it too, and it either broke off or they didn't put one back on it. I don't know. I ain't gonna stress on it. I just paid a crap ton of money for this. I really don't feel like bugging them about it. I'll find something to plug it up and take it back out there one of these days and say, hey, can you put a lid on that? Got those. Like I said, it's gonna have a 12-volt regulator on it. I debated on getting on my headlight, like my light switch for it, and new bulbs, and I have to get a couple other small headlight parts. But I decided to say screw it today because I had a bunch of other parts I had to get, and my bill was already high enough, so I'm going to save that for the next round. But, like I said, it's just an old generator. They painted it, they clean them up, and yeah, it looks still a little bit banged up, but that's just because that's the generator itself. They sandblast them, they just slap a coat of paint on it to keep it from rusting. They actually did a pretty good job. This is like some cool greenish gray color. Looks kind of rustic, but I'll hopefully get it wired up here soon. I got the belt for it too. So yeah, if anyone can help answer why I have to run at positive ground, let me know. So they were telling me that this was actually meant for a late John Deere A. Like I said, I don't know though. I just know I have a generator, and it'll kind of be nice to have 12 volts instead of 6. So, thank you.